Most people don't fail at love or relationships because they're unlovable. They fail because they keep chasing love without one core trait. And it's the trait that separates those who keep winding up in the almost situations or situationships and things that don't really lead anywhere versus those who actually find deep, secure, healthy love. It's ownership. I worked with someone recently who kept dating the same kind of emotionally unavailable men, right? Same faces, different story, that kind of stuff. And so I asked her, what do you think the same or the common pattern is between all of these men? Her answer, they didn't choose me, meaning they didn't, choose to commit to me. They didn't want to show up for me. They, didn't want to be there for me and provide the reassurance and the safety and all the things, right? They were choosing themselves selfishly and all these different things, right? And so I heard her out and all that made sense and it was valid, what she felt was valid for herself, right? But then I said to her, I hear you, but that's not the actual pattern that matters most here, that you're not catching in this. The real pattern is that you weren't choosing yourself. See, she kept overriding the red flags, silencing her boundaries, right? And ultimately abandoning herself, all in the name of being chosen, right? And until she took full ownership of that, nothing changed. But when we worked on cultivating that muscle for her to where she learned taking full ownership didn't mean it was her fault for what other people or what these men chose to do and how they chose to be. But she learned that taking full ownership meant taking her power back to own the parts of the equation that she can control to get different results. That's when the ball game changed. That's when the light switch came on, and so did her results. Because taking ownership means you stop blaming the dating apps, timing, or the dating pool, right? But what you start doing is asking yourself, why do I keep choosing what doesn't choose me back? What am I pretending not to know about this connection? Yeah. Or how about, how am I co-signing my own disappointment by staying here? $1 million questions. See, the hack in this, if there's a hack to be had, is that whenever you learn to take radical ownership of your patterns that contribute to the results you're getting consistently, it's the moment you gain the power to radically change them and change your outcome and your results. So no matter what you're going through, you can always possess the power to change it for yourself if you are willing to only ask and focus on the one question that's ever going to matter before we get to like those other questions I just laid out, which is, what can I do to change it? How do I get the results I want?